Hey, what is going on, Rangers? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my review of the Power Ranger Samurai Megazord. A few of you may have already picked up on this. This is, in fact, not the American release of the Samurai Megazord. This is the Shinken Oh figure, but for lack of knowledge on Shinken, I'm just going to be referring this to as the Samurai Megazord. Do know that this is, in fact, its Japanese counterpart, the Shinken Oh from Shinken. With that being said, let's get right into this Shinken review. Samurai Megazord. The American version does not have these kanji symbols as you're seeing in front of you, but with that being said and known, we're going to get right into this review regardless. So we are going to start with red. Forgive me for not having adequate knowledge on Shinken or Shinken Oh. I'm sure that each one of these symbols has its own name. I am unaware of what those are, so in the comments below, why don't you guys help me out, educate me a little bit, and drop those names. Let's take a look at it. We have the red symbol here. We have this awesome black detailed plastic. Flip around the other side, we just have a bunch of extra Zord parts tucked away that we'll see in transformation of both the animal mode and Megazord mode. We have greens here. We have blues. We have yellows. And lastly, we have pinks. The connecting clip on the center of my pink Zord is a little loose, guys. Actually, it is downright broken, if you can see in there. That clip is downright just busted. I did purchase this secondhand off eBay, and the seller did not tell me that that clip was broken. So when buying items on eBay, guys, please make sure to do your due diligence and ask the seller as many questions as you can if the images do not provide adequate information, or even if you just want to be extra certain the condition of the Zord or toy you are buying. Just know that, guys, ask a lot of questions when buying on eBay if it is not upfront in your face right away. Alright, guys, we have seen the individual Zords in their symbol form. It is time to get each one of these 5 Zords into its animal form. Of course, we're going to be starting with red. All of these have rather simple transformations. I think blue or red is probably the most difficult. Green is also kind of interesting. Pink and yellow definitely being the easiest. We're going to flip down this head right here. These arms on the side can just untab, and they will just rest in front. They do not tab in. Rest right in front there. And all we do back here for these hind legs is just reach in, pull them out, reach in, pull them out. They'll kind of lock into place a little firm. But there we have the lion. Let's take a closer look at him, guys. Camera's having a little trouble focusing today. Mouth will open and close. Head can go back a little bit due to transformation, but you will lose him if you go too far back. Front arms can lift just like this, of course, for transformation purposes. And back legs can just go like this a little bit for transformation purposes. These Zords don't have a lot of articulation. But yeah, guys, there is the lion. Next, we have the blue Zord. We're going to transform this symbol into its dragon mode. And to do that, what we're going to do, and bear with me, guys, I sometimes forget how to do this exactly. We're going to split them right down the middle, just like that. This seam here is also going to unfold just like this. Flip him over and rotate. There's one more seam here that we need to break, and the helmet for the Megazord is hiding inside of here. And we can break that, just like that. Sort of straighten it out a little bit. We can take the helmet out at this time. It'll give us a little more flexibility. Put the helmet off to the side, fold this out a little more. Coming up here, we can fold this piece up like that and grab the head. The head will go forward just like that and unfold. And there we have the dragon. Articulation is the following. The tail can go back just like this. You get some bend here. you get some bend here. You get head individual movement here. And you get a nice neck joint that can go forward and back. So lots of posability for the dragon, which is very cool. Get a close-up of his head. Very cool Dragon Zord, guys. Up next, we have the bear. So we're going to get this symbol into its animal form. What we're going to do is this clip back here is going to go up on this hinge. It can rest back here for a second. It won't lock in quite yet. Next, what we got to do is take these flaps here and fold them down just like that. On the other side, they're kind of hard to see in there. Flap just like that. And then what we're going to do is shift him just like this. Again, just like that. Shift him down. These here will fold down on both sides. Both sides flip down. This will now lock into place, holding this together so it can no longer slide. And the bear's head is tucked in down here. We can just fold that right up and it will lock, I believe. There we go. And there we have the bear. Let's get him up close to the camera for you guys to see. Shinken symbol right there. Shinken symbol right there. Have the face. Articulation. This arm moves. This arm moves. This leg moves. This leg moves. I guess these would be considered legs, not arms. Oh well. Very cool looking bear Zord, guys. I think I like this bear more than I like the Ninjetti bear, but not as much as I like the Wild Force bears. Next up, we have the yellow symbol that's going to transform into the monkey. This one is relatively simple. We're going to take it right up here because it is a small Zord. Fold the top back just like this. Open it up just like this and click it. Just like that. And then these can split once again. And these fists can come forward. These fists can come forward. Drop it down just like this and rotate them out. Rotate them out. Let's make sure that we get it to stand up okay. And there we have the monkey, guys. Cool little monkey figure. Let's get the face in there for you. He's a mean looking chimp. Sort of mean mugging it with those red eyes. Articulation, 360. Arms can go out just like that, and we get some wrist movement in there. That's basically the monkey, guys. Lastly, we have the pink symbol, which is going to turn into the tortoise. To do that, it's very simple. We're just going to open it up just like this. The head is tucked away in this little cavity, so we're just going to flip that out with our thumb. Close it right back up. Underneath, we have two flippers. Those can be flipped out. And there we have our tortoise, guys. Let's take a closer look. Here's the face up close. Little tortoise beak, red eyes. And we have the flippers that can go back and forth. And that's pretty much it for articulation, guys. No head movement on this. Just a little flipper action. Relatively simple Zord. We do get little Shinken symbols on the fin. I believe it's just on this side. And that's the tortoise. Alright guys, we have seen each of these 5 symbol Zords in their individual forms. It is time to combine them into Shinken Oh, or better known, the Samurai Megazord. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the legs. So we're going to move pink, yellow, and red off to the side. And we'll focus on blue for now, so green can just chill over here. Blue, we're going to fold this up just like that, and he's going to stand up just like this. The front is also going to close similar to the back, just like that. That should click into place, just like that. And then we're going to do a weird shifty thing where it's just going to fold just like this, just like that, and make this sort of weird shape. Lastly, we'll take the head and tuck it down under here, so we'll fold it just like that. And here we have a very weird looking leg. It's not going to look really right, but this is more or less what you are going for. Then we'll take the bear. We can fold the paws back, fold the paw back on the other side. The head can then come all the way forward. That will lock into place. To release it, there's a little red lever down here that will release the head when you are done with it. And these back hind legs can fold up just like that. And we'll put him down here just like so. Next, we're going to take the lion, flip it underneath. These hind legs can get folded up underneath. Come back around top, break the lower section in half just like that. And then rotate them around to the front of the underside. We have the Shinken symbol right there, and then we can actually break it at the waist and bring it forward just like this. Just like that. And these front legs can get folded back up, just like that, how they were in symbol mode. And then the head is made up of two pieces. We have a back flap and a front flap. You can see that tab right there. Just grab those and bring them up to meet right here. Pardon, mine is a little loose in the back. We can get a good look at the face before the helmet goes on. And then down here, we actually have a square and we have a hexagon. And that's going to show us which of the legs are going to go there. So we're going to rotate, we'll get the square, goes on the left, plug that in. The hexagon goes on the right. Just like that, stand him up. And he's ready for some arms, guys. Take pink, fold in those flippers, open pink up. The head can get tucked back into that cavity. And then the fist is down here. That can get rotated out just like so. And it plugs in here on the left. For the monkey, we just have to put the arms up above the monkey's head, make sure that those fists are rotated to meet. Just like that, to form the fist. And that will plug in on the right side. Lastly, we take our helmet. There's this gold crest that needs to be flipped up. So why don't we flip that up? That is just gold chrome plastic. It's not die cast. And then we can just place it right on top of the head to lock those two halves of the head together. And there we have Shinken Oh from Shinken Ranger. Or we have the Samurai Megazord from Power Rangers Samurai. This is probably one of the coolest looking Zords that I have in my collection, guys. Pardon me, the face of the lion did get tucked in a little bit. We'll bring him back out. My apologies. Again, this is probably one of the coolest looking figures that I have in my collection. This definitely has to be top 10 for most fun transformations. I love that they brought the origami theme of this Megazord to the toy and allowed us to play with all of the folding transformation gimmicks. I think that it's really cool that this toy did offer us the symbol mode, the animal mode, and of course Shinken Oh at the end. I do have the sword and the shield for this figure. It's very rare that on eBay I'm able to find all the components. I will note that this disc does come off of this little plastic bit here, but it'll plug right back on. There are pegs here that will plug into the side of the monkey, just like that. So do make sure that you have this little gray piece included, because that's what the Megazord uses to hold the shield and store it away on the monkey's arm like that. And then we can also give it the sword, and we'll let it hold its shield. We can untab it from the monkey really quickly. There's a black lever right here that needs to be folded out. And once that is done, the Megazord can then hold the shield just like that. It will spin. And there we have Shinken Oh, or the Samurai Megazord, with its sword and its shield, being the samurai that it is. Again, when you're not using the shield, just take it out. Fold up that tab. And then it will go right back on the side of the monkey's arm. It will go right here where that black tab is. Click in rather nicely, just like that. And when you're not using the sword, it can be stored on the side here. There's a little, let's see if I can see it on this side. You can't see it the best, but in there is a little groove on both sides. And the sword will slide into both of those grooves and be held into place. I think it's very cool that it has that feature to sort of sheathe the sword when it's not being used. But overall, I love this figure. It's very cool. We need to touch on articulation really quickly. The arms do a full 360 on both sides. You can get a little bit of shoulder if you loosen that joint. You can have it come forward a little bit. For the legs, you can get them to do a little bit of spinning because of that transformation method with the lion. So you can have it do a little bit of a side standing pose if you wish. Not a lot of articulation with this figure, but you can get it into a few different poses. Overall, guys, I love this figure. I'm very happy that I found a Shinken Oh figure as opposed to the Samurai Megazord American release. The Samurai Megazord American release does not allow you to transform the individual Zords into their symbol mode, which is a huge loss of playability. I feel like that's a very strong concept for this Megazord to not include. I understand that they were trying to make it budget friendly and cut corners where they could, but honestly, that's a disservice to this figure. This is a very amazing Megazord. Absolutely, probably one of my top 10 to have in my collection. Okay, Rangers, before we wrap up this review, we are going to be talking about the giveaways that are going to be happening here on the channel, specifically the first giveaway that is happening here on the channel, and the rules that you need to follow in order to enter the giveaways. So, without further ado, before we talk about the rules on how to enter the giveaways, let's check out what the very first giveaway item is from the Ranger Ready channel. That's right, guys, the very first giveaway item from the Ranger Ready channel is going to be one of my 2 Tiger Zords. This Tiger Zord is just missing the red spheres on the side and the tail, but it is a fully functioning figure. I can show you the transformation right now. Unfortunately, right now, Rangers, the giveaways will only be for those in the US. Again, only for people in the US. I do apologize. As the channel does grow, we will be expanding out to more locations, but for right now, it is just for the US Rangers. I do apologize. So, guys, the rules to enter this giveaway for the Tiger Zord, free of charge to you, will be the following. 1, you have to subscribe and join the Ranger Ready family. 2, you have to comment down below who your favorite Ranger is and why they are your favorite Ranger, and leave a like on the video. Again, that's subscribe to join the Ranger Ready family. Leave a comment down below who your favorite Ranger is and why they are your favorite Ranger, and leave a like on the video. That is it, guys. Good luck to each and every one of you Rangers. Welcome to the Ranger Ready family. More reviews and more giveaways coming your way very shortly. Thank you so much for coming to check out my review of the Power Ranger Samurai Shinken Oh figure. Very much appreciate you all being here. If you guys did like the video, I kindly ask that you leave a like on the video. It helps it get out to other Rangers just like you who would very much appreciate it and loves all things Power Rangers. And if you love being here and talking all things Power Rangers here with me, all of these retro toy reviews, I invite you to click the subscribe button and join the Ranger Ready family today, guys. We would love to have you as a growing channel. I will see all of you Rangers in the next video.